Jai Hind everyone. My name is Mamta Pant and I am working as an assistant professor in IT department of Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College, Ghaziabad. Today we are going to discuss list data type in Python programming language. So first of all, we need to know what is list, how it will work, how we will use list in our Python programming language. So list is a sequence type. So first of all, we need to understand what is the meaning of this sequence type. Meaning of sequence is 1 by 1. That means if we have 4 values, 1, 2, 3 and 4. If we can assign position to them, for example, 0th position, 1st position, 2nd position and 3rd position. So we can tell that these values are in sequence type. So list is your sequence type, means each element of a sequence is assigned a number that is like position, index, and first position will be indexed as 0, second position will be indexed as 1, as we used in an array. Okay. Now list, what is list? List can be defined as a collection of values or items may be of same types of different types. You have heard about array or teach about array in first year. So what is the array? Array is the collection of values or items of same types, but in list we can store the values of different types also. Next, list is mutable. Now, what is the meaning of this mutable? For example, I am defining a list having 4 elements, 1, 2, 3 and 4. If I can change its value in future or in further processes, so we can say that list is mutable. It means we can change the list items after creating the list. Next, the items in the list are separated with commas and enclosed with the square brackets. That means if we have 2 elements, 1 and 2, and we wanted to store these 2 elements in our list, so we have to separate them with comma and we have to enclose these 2 value into the square brackets. This is our now list. Next, how to create a list? Simply, as I have already told you, that if we have 2 elements, for example, we will take 3 elements, 1, 2, 3, and we want to save them as a list, so we have to separate them with comma and we have to enclose them in square bracket. This is our list. Okay, so we can also create our empty list. If we don't have value right now and in future we can get the values, so we can create an empty list, and after the getting the values we can append them into the list. And this is another list. First 3 elements we have integer type, next element we have string type, and next we have float type. So we can collect the data in list of different data types. Next, how to access the values in the list? For example, we have this list and now I wanted to access our list, so we simply use print function. We simply use print function to access our list. Print, and this is your list name, whatever the list. So we get the output on our list values. Next term is your indexing. Indexing simply means the position of the values in our list. So we have 2 types of indexing. First is your positive indexing, second is your negative indexing. Now first we will read positive indexing. Suppose we have a list, we have these values in our list: 50, 70, 30, 20, 90, 10 and 50. So in positive indexing, what we'll do, from the very leftmost element we index it at 0, next 1, next 2, 3 and so on. This is our positive indexing. Next, our negative indexing. What we do in our negative indexing, the rightmost element of the list indexed as -1 and second last as -2 and so on. This is called our negative indexing. So we can access our elements in the list both the way, either positive indexing or by negative indexing. Next is our slicing. So first of all, we need to understand the meaning of slice. What is the meaning of slice? Slice means smaller pieces or small pieces of a bigger thing. For example, this is our orange. If we cut into the pieces, so this particular is a slice of orange, like apple slices, mango slices, same Same formula apply to the list. Slice means to cut something in smaller pieces. We have a list having 10 elements, but we want only 5 elements from these 10 elements. So we can slice our list from 10 to 5. In list slicing is the process of extracting a portion of list from an original list. This is the syntax of list slicing. What is it meaning? Initial stage. First parameter is your initial. Initial means from which index I have to start our slicing. Second is your end, where I have to stop my slicing. Next is your index jump, means how much elements I have to jump to print the next value in our slicing. Let's take an example. This is our list nums. Okay, we have element from 0 to 8. 0 to 8. That means we have 9 elements in our original list. We have 9 elements in our original list, but I want only 2 to 6 elements from the list. So what we do, we will apply simple slicing here. How we will simple slicing here? First of all, we have to write the list name. The list name is your nums. And now where I have to start the slicing, at index 2. So we have to write it down, starting index, then colon. Now where I have to stop the slicing, I have to stop our slicing at 6 index. So I have to write 7 here. Now why 7? When I have to stop our slicing at 6 index, then why I have to stop to the 7? Because slicing will work at end minus 1 index. So if I write 7 here, that means it will work from till the index 6. Now next parameter was index jump. How many element I have to jump? I have to jump a single element. Okay, so here I will write 1. And if I don't mention 1 here, I just skip that. So by default index jump value will be 1. So next, so this is our slicing and this is the result of our slicing. These are some slicing examples we have to so that we can clear the slicing operations. This is our list M. We have these elements. This is our positive indexing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is our negative indexing. Now one by one solve the slicing. This is slicing. We have to slice original list M. We have to start from 4 and we have to end at 9 minus 1, that is 8. We have to stop at 8. So this will work from 3 to 8. 3, 4, and we have to take the jump of 2. Means skip one element and jump to the another element. So first element will be third index, 4, and jump of 2. 1, 2, next element will be 6, jump of 2, 1, 2, next element will be 8, and now we have to stop it at 8. Next, if we do not mention initial index, so we have to start from the starting index, that is your 0. So we have to start from 0, and if we do not mention the ending index, that means we have to go till end, that means at index 10. So and jump of 2, so it will print from 0 to 10 at the jump of 2. Next, no starting, no ending, and no index jump. That means we have to start from 0, we have to end at 10, and we have to take the jump of 1. Next is this is your starting index, this is your ending stack. We have to start from 0, we have to end at 10, and at the jump of minus 1. If we have taken the negative index jump, then we have to reverse our list. That means this will print 11 first, and then this will take minus 1, minus 1, minus 1 index jump, and it will reverse the print. Same with minus 3, it will start from minus 1 and it will jump after minus 3, minus 3, minus 3 elements. And this is no starting index. Ending index is 1 and minus 2 of jump. This will also reverse our list. Next is we have to start from 10 and ending index is also 10 and jump of 2. So this will print your 11. and these 3 slicing will give you an empty list, and this is another slicing of reversing of your list. This will reverse your list. Now next topic is list comprehension. Okay, now first of all we need to understand the difference between what is list slicing and what is list comprehension. Slicing and comprehension. Sometimes students get confused about between slicing and comprehension. So basically slicing is nothing, just pick some values from a original list sequentially or at a same difference. But in comprehension we have to generate a new list based on the original list, after applying some conditions or not. So we have to understand list comprehension. Let's take an example. Okay, suppose I want the values from 0 to 10. So what I have to do? Basically, if you have studied about the range function, so I can use range function simply here. I will take range function from 10 and I will take a for loop for I in range 10, and I will print I. So with the help of this range function, if I am running I loop for I, so I get values from 0 to 10. From this loop, I will get the value like this: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and so on 10. Okay, but if I want these value into the list, I want a list having numbers from 0 to 10. So basically what I will do, I will take a list empty, I will create an empty list. Okay, and with the help of I will get the values from 0 to 10. Now what I have to do, instead of this, I have to append L dot append I. So with this code, I will get a list having the value 0 to 10. Now this process can also be done with the help of list comprehension. Now how it will work? Now with the help, first of all, need to understand what is list comprehension. List comprehension provide an elegant way to define and create a new list based on the existing list. Okay, it generates a list based on existing list. Now let's create. First of all, I have to take okay, I will write previous code here. With the help of these 3 lines, I will get a list having value 0 and 10. But with the help of list comprehension, I will convert these 3 lines into a single line. How it will work? I have to take a variable. First of all, here I am taking I variable, which is used to reserve the value. So here X is here. Now apply for loop. For next is your variable. These both variables should be same. Only then list comprehension will work. Now apply for X in range 10. Okay. Now this X will get values from 0 to 10 and it will append automatically to this X, and we have to store this in a variable. This is your list comprehension. Now, with the help of list comprehension, I have converted these 3 lines of code into a single line of code. Look at this. And this will give the same result. Suppose I have a list. Now, I have a list from 0 to 10. This is our original list. But now I only want even element from this list L. Not all the elements. So we can do this with the help of list comprehension. We have to write this formula given above same. But we have to apply a condition. If x mod 2 is equals to 0, only then we have to append this x to this. So with the help of this line of code, we can get only even values from the original list L1. Now, how to update a list? We can update a list simply by taking its index value. We have a list of this physics, chemistry 1997 and 2000, and this is the index 0, 1, 2 and 3. Now, with the help of this line of code, I am updating the value at index 2, 2001. So, index 2, I have 1997 and I have to update this by 2001. So, after updating this value, I will get 2001 in the place of 1997. Next, how to delete an element from a list? So, we have to use del statement. Del is a keyword. Del is a keyword in our Python programming language. So, we can use del keyword to delete an element from the list. Okay. With the help of this del keyword, we can delete value based on their index value. For example, this is our list. Okay, physics, chemistry 1997, 2000. We have to write index 0, 1, 2, 3. If we know exactly the index number, suppose we want to delete this value 1997 and we know it is at index 2. So we can simply use del keyword del, delete the word at the position of 2 in list list. Okay, so this is our deleting operation. Next, there are some basic operations in our list like length, and with the help of len function, we can simply calculate the length of the function. And this is the concatenation of two lists. This is repetition operation. If we want to print a list more than one time, so we have to take this repetition action, asterisk operation. This is your membership operator. If I want to check the membership of an element in our list, we can use this membership operator. And this is, and if we want to iterate over the list, we can use for loop for iteration. Now, how to iterate over a list? Suppose we have a list L is equals to 1, 2, 3 and 4. If I simply print L, I will get the output like this. 1, 2, 3 and 4. This will be the output of our print L function. But if we want to iterate over these values, I want to print these values one by one. So we have to take the for loop. For I in L, print I. I have write again, for I in L, print I. Now, how this will iteration work? First of all, I will iterate over the element. First of all, the value of I will be 1. This will print the value 1. Next, it will jump to the second value. Now, value of I become 2 and it will iterate over 2. Next, 3 and next 4. This is how iteration perform into the list elements. Some built-in functions are there like CMP. This is used for compare, but now in Python 3 this will not work. This is available only in Python 2x version. Next, length of the list, maximum value of the list, mean x, minimum value of the list, and this is the with the help of this we can convert any sequence into the list data type. These are the examples of these previous functions. Length of list. We have list 1, we have value of physics, chemistry and maths. How many elements I have in list 1? 1, 2, 3. We have 3 elements in our list. So the output of this length function will be 3. Now, max function. This is our list. With the help of max list, we can find out the maximum value. This is your 700. Output of this code will be 700. Now, minimum function. Minimum function, what it will do? It will find out the minimum value, that is 200. Output will be 200. Next, this is our tuple, and if we want to convert this tuple into the list, I can use a list built-in functions. With the help of this will be converted into list, and so on. Some built-in methods are in the list like append, clear, copy, count, extend, index, insert, pop. Let's see one by one them. First of all, I want to see the append method. For example, I have a list having the values 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I have getting a new value that is 5. And I wanted to add this into our previous existing list. So, I will use append method for this. Append in bracket the new value, and where I want to append, here will be the list name. L.append 5. Now, what it will do? It will append at the last. So, our new list will be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This will be our new list. Next your insert method. Insert method also used to insert an object and value to the existing list. Now, previously I have studied append method. Now, insert. Both methods are used to add an element to the existing list. Now, first of all, we have to see how it will work. Insert method syntax is this. What append method do? Append method do, if I have an original list, append method will append at the end of the list. But if I wanted to add an element in between the list, then append method will not work. So, for this purpose, I have to use insert method if I wanted to add an element in between the list. So, if I want to add, this is index 0, 1, 2, 3. If I want to add an element at index 2, so we have to use insert method. Insert method has two parameters. First is your index at index 2 and next is your value. What value you have to insert is 5. So this is your insert method. And this is the difference between append method and insert method. Next is your extend method. Extend method also used to add an element to an existing list. Now, we have three methods to add element: append, insert or extend. Okay, these three methods. What is the difference between these three methods? If I want to add an element at last to the element, so we have to use append method. Okay, if I wanted to add at mid or in between, if I wanted to add an element in between the existing list, then we have to use insert method. These both methods will add a single element. These both methods, with the help of these methods, we can add only a single value, single item to the existing list. But if we wanted to add more than one element, then we have to use extend method. That means I am extending our list for more than one element. So what is this? Its index, its syntax is extend list 2. With the help of this extend method, we can add more than one element, other sequence type like tuple, like a string. We can do with the help of this extend method. This is the syntax. You can implement this in your personal IDLE screen. Next is your count method. Count method returns count of how many times any object, any value, any data occurs in our list. For example, this is our list. And I wanted to know how many times 1, 2, 3 this value is appear. How many times this value is appear? 1 and 2. This appears 2 times. So I can calculate this with the help of count function or method. Okay, same. How many times Zara will appear in the list? This is appear 1 times. So this is also can be calculated with the help of count function. Zara appears 1 times, 1, 2, 3 appears 2 times. Now, index method. Index method return the lowest index in the list that the object appears. It return basically the position of the value in our list. For example, I wanted to know at which place chemistry is placed. So do its indexing 0, 1 and 2. So chemistry is appear at index 1. If some values it not appear into the list, so it will give an value error that C# is not appear in the list. C# is not in our existing list, so this will give value error. We don't have these values. Next is your pop method. Pop method is used to remove the last object or a given object from a list. If you don't mention the position, it will remove, it will delete the last element. And if we wanted to delete an element in between from the list, we have to given the position in bracket here, position. So this is our existing list. If I simply apply pop method, this will remove this math, physics, biochemistry. And if I give an index value 1, so this will delete index 1, biology. I will get physics and chemistry. Next, your remove method. Remove method is also used to delete the value from the list, from an existing list. Okay, so this is use value as an parameter. In the pop method, I am using the index value, and if, for example, I have a list, I have an element A, B and C in there. If I know the index value 0, 1, 2, if I know from which index I need to delete the element, so I will use the pop method. If I know the value, not the index value, if I wanted to delete value B, then I will use the remove method, because remove method take value as their parameter, not index. So with the help of remove method, biology is deleted, we get chemistry, physics, and with the help of this remove math method, I will get physics and chemistry. Next is your clear method. Clear method is also used to remove all the elements from a list one at a time. It will clear all the list. Now, till now I have taken 4 methods for deleting an element: pop, remove, del and clear. These 3 are used to delete single element at a time. Pop delete the element on the basis of their index. Remove delete the element on the basis, based on their value. And del is delete on the basis of index. Clear delete all list. All list. Now, what is the difference between these two? Del and clear, because both are used to delete whole list at a time. First of all, delete is a keyword and clear is a method. This is the first difference between del and clear. And now the major and big difference between del and clear: if I am using del method to remove list, so it will remove our list from memory. With the help of delete method, we can delete the reference of the object from the memory. But with the help of clear method, we are just simply deleting the values, not the reference of the list. Not the reference, just value. So these are the difference between these 4. Next, reverse method is used to reverse our given list. Reverse list 1 dot reverse. With the help of this method, we can reverse our list: math, chemistry, bio and physics. Next is your sort method. With the help of sort method, we can sort our list either ascending or in descending order. By default, it is our in ascending order. Next is our copy method. If I have a list L having some values and I want same replica of this list, I can use copy method, L dot copy, and we can store into the another list. this will give shallow copy. What is the meaning of shallow copy? That means the reference of this L2 and L1 will be different. Now, what does it mean? If I am doing some changes in L2, this will not reflect to the L list. So, this is your copy method. Thank you so much.